evil. Nazi, break out the boat.
It was a terrible night.
Hey folks, I just wanted to say this. Nobody respects cowards. Nobody respects somebody who won't stand by their principles, right? People disagree with other people, but if you look like somebody who changes your opinion to fit in, if you look like somebody who's afraid to take a tough stand, nobody is going to respect you. And that's why I want to tell you that it's fine to disagree with Trump. I disagree with a lot of things Donald Trump did during his first term. He murdered Qasem Soleimani. He pandered very hard to Israel. There are many economic policies that Trump had that I didn't agree with. But that said, we all know where Trump Derangement Syndrome is coming from.
I personally, for example, am convinced he will withdraw from NATO.
He has in every way compromised our ability to have any influence on slowing down or at least having a check and balance on North Korea.
Trump is really in line with what Putin's goals are. He, in essence, has said he doesn't care what is going to happen to Ukraine, what is happening to Europe if the Europeans don't pay.
This seems to be part of a pattern for this president who praises autocratic leaders and badmouths our democratic allies.
They hate Donald Trump because they think he might restart peace talks on the Korean Peninsula. They hate Donald Trump because they think he might stop spending billions of our tax dollars in the war on Ukraine and make peace with Russia and not have us at the brink of nuclear war. Trump Derangement Syndrome is coming from a bad place. It's coming from the people who want to censor our social media and silence dissident views.
You yourself have said there's no First Amendment right to misinformation. Kamala Harris wants to use the power of government.
Our First Amendment stands as a major block to the ability to be able to just, hammer it out of existence.
Let's persuade one another. Let's argue about ideas, and then let's come together afterwards.
You can't yell fire in a crowded theater.
It's coming from the people who want an all-out war against Russia and China and Iran and Venezuela and all the countries that aren't under the control of imperialism. Trump Derangement Syndrome, regardless of whatever criticism you might have of Trump himself.
He's so evil. Nazi, break out the boat.
It was a terrible night.
Is coming from a bad place. It's coming from a place of wanting to strengthen and embolden imperialism. So what I'm here to tell you to do is don't give an inch to Trump Derangement Syndrome. If you feel like you have to criticize or disagree with something Trump says, that's fine. But you know where Trump Derangement Syndrome is coming from. You know where this anti-Trump hysteria is coming from. It's coming from a bad place. It's coming from the enemy. And if you give that your attention, if you pander to it, if you try to go along with it, you're on the wrong side. Even if Donald Trump doesn't do a single one of the great things he's promised to do, we need to build a real movement for world peace and against the danger of a new world war and against the emerging low-wage police state. And we can't do that if we continue pandering to the pro-war, pro-establishment, pro-FBI, pro-police state sentiments that are behind Trump Derangement Syndrome. So as much as you might want to be critical of Trump, just say no to Trump Derangement Syndrome and don't pander to it and don't give it an inch.